The task was very simple. You get the baton, one lap around the track.
3/4. So 2 men are out. Dalhouser of Switzerland and Good of the United States, 10 are still in. Meanwhile, upcoming is the women's 4x400-meter relay. Lily Leatherwood to lead things off. And
The race in Seoul happened like every other race. I got the baton. I had to run 3/4 of the way, and with 100 meters to go, there are 3 or 4 of us coming around the turn, and just as I came off the turn,
She knows she's going to be hearing Florence's footsteps as she's entering the race.
That's probably one of the worst days of my life.
Pain had saved enough, and suddenly it's going to form. The gap is growing as Canada's Molly Killingbeck gets away.
In front, Molly Killingbeck running for Canada. She's coming pretty hard at Flindon. Showing great form, Debbie, but she's got a very competitive.
This is a gap that won't be closed now. Molly Killingbeck's hand to Gillian Richardson.
Taking on Molly Killingbeck is a 400-meter runner, this Canadian girl on the outside.
My name is Molly Killingbeck. I'm a former national team sprinter, and I'm an Olympic silver medalist. I basically got involved in track and field because it was probably the cheapest sport to be involved with. When I was growing up, we had a rule in our house. The first person who came home had to do chores. I didn't want to be that person. So I tried out for every team that was available, and running came most naturally. Instinctively, I thought I would be a 100 or 200-meter sprinter. I started running the 400, not liking it, but it came most naturally. And so in between 1980 and 1984, there were several national teams that I made. We had a group of girls who were up and coming. We stuck together, the 4 of us, and competed at the Pan American Games, and that sort of led it into the 1984 Olympic Games, and we won a silver medal in 1984. Everyone dreams of going to the Olympic Games and winning a medal, so probably stands out as the most successful career highlight.
I wanted to just quickly pull up a couple significant years and major events you would have competed in throughout your career. And basically, you can just tell me if you remember the event and how well you would have placed.
I can't remember the placing, but I was a medalist in the open 400 meters, and I believe we also won a medal in the relay team as well. Commonwealth Games, gold medal in the 4x4, and bronze medal in the 4x100. Silver medal in the 4x4 relay. 1986 Commonwealth Games, gold medal. So silver medal 4x4.
1988 Olympic Games.
1988 Olympic Games, that was a big fat failure because the relay team did not finish, and that's something I don't mind speaking about because it's always good to talk about successes, but that was one time when I failed huge.
Jamaica in 3, the United States in 4, East Germany is in 5, the Soviet Union is in 6, France in 7, and Canada is in lane 8. And a 3-turn stack.
Leading up to 1988 Olympic Games, I had torn a meniscus in my knee at the Olympic trials, and the medical team thought it was fine for me to rehab and compete at the Games.
And Deneen Howard leading off. Outside for Canada, it's Charmaine Brooks who is the leadoff runner. And at the exchange...
I ran the second leg, and with 100 meters to go when I came around that last turn, there were 3 of us. We were very close together, jockeying for position.
And the Soviet Union, the United States...
The girl from Great Britain, she bumped me and knocked the baton out of my hand. I remember looking down the track, and Marita, she was standing there holding her arm up, ready to take the baton, thinking I was still in the race, and then she looked, and then I saw her put her head down and she walked away. Time stood still. I kind of forgot where I was. I didn't realize that I was in a stadium with probably 60,000 people. And I probably wallowed in self-pity for a little bit. I stood and I cried, and When I finally got to the other girls, there were no words spoken. They hugged me, and I think I stayed up all night. And I cried so much, literally, there were no more tears left in my body. There was no offer of assistance. Now, if something were to happen right away, they would have mental health experts that would console the athletes and making sure that you were fine, but I had to deal with it all myself. And so I left the village at the end of the games and I came home, and yeah, it was just a miserable time not having the right tools to deal with it. When it first happened, I felt it was my fault, but I mean, that's hindsight. I don't think I held the baton any differently than I had in the past. So I think it's just a result of the circumstance and being bumped by the wrong person at the right time, I guess. The worst part of dropping the baton is the fact that we didn't have an opportunity to finish the race. And so this is a group of girls I'd run with. We had a history of running together, performing well, performing under pressure, and that's probably the last time the four of us were going to be running together as a team. So there was no going back to make this up. After that, I came back home and I didn't have the same desire to train at the same level as I did before, and I started working a little bit as a coach. In the fall of 1989, I was offered a coaching job at the University of Windsor. I was meant to be in Windsor for 6 months, and I ended up staying 6 years, and the team had great success. So shift my focus from being a competitive athlete to being a coach. As a result of dropping the baton, it just forced me to get on with my life and move into a coaching career, and also gave me the opportunity to stay in the sport. I didn't feel an immediate need to get into coaching, but I also know that I had so many great experiences. I always thought it would be great to have that opportunity to work with young athletes and instill some of the confidence that I gained from the successes I had in sports. So it wasn't trying to right a wrong. I also knew that if someone ever got into a rut, I could use some of my personal experiences to help them get out of the rut. I think the experience allowed me to be a bit more empathetic as a coach. Because when I started coaching, I remember one of the athletes, we were at the national championships and she dropped the baton right in front of me. And so the first thing I said to her, pick up the baton and keep running. It's up to the officials to disqualify you or not, but I just wanted to make sure that she could recover from a bad situation and also giving the team an opportunity to finish the race. For me, it was a flashback. I thought about, what happened, and, even though it was a millisecond, I was able to encourage this young woman to pick up the baton and keep running. In some instances, I think success is a byproduct of failure. It's really about growing and choosing to learn from all the experiences you have, good, bad, and indifferent. When you fail, like I did, in a huge forum, if you fail there and you can recover from it, I think you're prepared to deal with everything in life. In the moment, it seemed like it was the end of the world, and because I felt that everyone noticed what was going on, but when I had a chance to reflect, I realized it wasn't such a big deal after all. You can't let failure define who you are. If you fail, there's so many more valuable lessons to learn. For me anyways, I think it made me a lot more resilient, not just in the sport world as an athlete, but just in the way I live my life. I don't know if the outcome would have been the same if I hadn't dropped the baton, if I didn't get the opportunity to coach at University of Windsor, if I didn't pursue a coaching career. That experience certainly helps me, and if nothing else, I think it just sets me apart from others in my position, and also I feel that and this might sound very cocky, but I think it gives me the confidence to share my story and help athletes to believe that they too can be successful.